going on, everybody? It's Chris. Welcome back to Game Chat. I'm here with Declan, of course. And before I actually say what we're going to be doing today, I just want to say thank you for the huge support on the newest video.
Nah, be quiet. We're one subscriber away from 50, so if you subscribe, I'll donate you a dragon in Clash of Clans, honestly.
Yeah. Our link to our Clash of Clans clan is...
No, it's just on the screen. It's Rooster Lovers. Join our clan.
It says Rooster Lovers right in front of you as we speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. But yeah, today we're going to be going over, me and Declan's, we each picked 5 prospects that we are extremely high on and we really like.
In the NBA draft, the 2021 NBA draft.
In the NBA draft, yeah, the 2021 NBA draft. And we're just going to be going over some comparisons and just give you guys a bit of insight on them.
Yeah, so this is just going to be, so this is just going to be like a short, maybe like a minute and a half on each prospect. We've got 10 prospects, and we're basically just going to give you a quick roundup about them and tell you guys about why we like them. So, did you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. All right. So, my first prospect is Scotty Burns. He plays for the Florida Sentinels, I think. Florida State Sentinels, I believe is what they're called. He's a very interesting player. Like, he reminds me, I'm going to just go straight in the comparison. He reminds me of Draymond Green. He's like 6 foot. He's a bigger Draymond Green. He's 6'9". He's playing shooting guard for them at 6'9" because he's just that good of a playmaker, a great defender. He can score if he needs to. I think he's better at scoring than Draymond Green was coming into the draft. And I think he has more potential to be like more of a better scorer, like a 7-7 guy, or like
27?
20 and 7 and 7. Yeah, I just really like him. He's a great point forward. The team I'd like to see him go to would definitely be the Cavaliers. I think him at the 4 to replace Kevin Love, even run some small ball center, which he can do, would just be very interesting to me. He's a very versatile player. Yeah.
I agree with everything you said. My prospect he's been my favorite prospect in the draft for a fair bit of time now. He reminds me a lot of Lonzo Ball with a LaMelo Ball build. His name's Josh Giddy. He's supposed to go anywhere from the 10 to 20 range. It's very uncertain at this time. He's almost like Killian Hayes as a prospect. Lots of potential. He's a two-way guard with some playmaking and rebounding potential. I emphasize the rebounding because he is like one of the best rebounding point guards I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, this guy pulls down like 8 rebounds a game. And although he is 6'9", 205 pounds, he moves like he's like 6. He moves like he's like Jamal Murray. I'd say he moves like Jamal Murray. Like, his play style is like Jamal Murray. But my comparison is Lonzo Ball. He doesn't have that scoring touch yet, like Lonzo coming into the draft. But I can't emphasize this enough. He is so much like Lonzo. I know they're the LaMelo Ball because the same body build and stuff. But Lonzo Ball, I think he did 11, 7.5, and 7.5 in the top Australian league. Is it called the NBL?
NBL, yeah.
The NBL, and that's the same league LaMelo Ball played in, but Josh Giddey played in the harder conference, and I'm so high on this guy, boys. Like, I think Lonzo is like a good, like, Lonzo at his prime would be his ceiling, but I think his ceiling's really low. Like, I think if he busts, he's out of the league within the first 3 years.
Really?
I think if he busts, he busts.
Well, with him, pause, first of all. With him, I would say he's more of like a LaMelo Ball because of him not having that score. Like, we know he can score, but that's not his main focus. His main focus is the playmaking, similar to Lonzo now. But coming into the draft, Lonzo wasn't like that. Like, he could give you 10 assists, but he was focused on him scoring himself.
I agree with that. That's why I said, like, I feel like he's Lonzo right now with the LaMelo Ball attitude, I think, and the build that LaMelo Ball has. So who's your next prospect?
My next prospect is going to be Alprin. That's how I pronounce it. I still don't know.
Sanguine?
Sanguine, yes.
I have no idea how to say his name, bro.
But originally I was like, okay, this is a tough one because most European big men come into the league and they're soft, they're shooters, they're not really trying to get into the paint. Kristaps Porzingis, but the guy's a small forward at 7'2". I don't understand it, but I was gonna originally say Al Jefferson, and then me and Declan were talking on the phone, and he kind of opened my eyes and kind of just threw a Christian Wood thing at me, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna run with that. Christian Wood can give you a bucket in the post at any time. He's very vicious around the rim. It's a lot of people will see this guy on draft day and be like, okay, he's just going to be a spot up big man. No, he will get in the paint, do a dream shake and dunk on you. He is not. He is so like I'm going to give him a Hakeem Olajuwon offensive comparison because the spin moves and stuff this guy does in the paint is absurd for someone at 19 years of age. And he does have potential to become a good maybe like a 31% type of guy. If he's taking 3 attempts a night, like he could hit one of those. He's just gonna have to add a bit more muscle to get there, a bit more on the defensive end. But other than that, I think he's a very good post-scoring big man.
I agree with you, actually. I think when we did our original mock drafts, I had this guy at like 9, I think, and I said that this guy is the chance that this guy could become what Dragon Bender was supposed to be. That was who I thought. But like we said today when you called me, I was like, you said Al Jefferson, and I'm like, you know what? I agree with Al Jefferson, but I think Christian Wood's really close. I'm gonna get the big one out of the way. I've got Kadeem Cunningham, who's 6'8", 220. I'm gonna give you my comparison right off the bat. I feel like his ceiling is going to be a Luka type player, not to the production that he has.
Yeah.
The play style is very similar.
Can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
Not to interrupt or anything, but a lot of people aren't going to understand. We're saying they're that level of player. We're saying how they play is like that player.
Yeah, that's why I've got Luka as his like play style. I've also got him. I think he could do like 27, 8 rebounds and 6 assists a night. Honestly, Cade. I think Cade can do that. But I think his floor is Sean Livingston. They're the exact same build, and I feel like if Cade busts, he won't be out of the league. I feel like he can adapt into a nice, fringe starter / bench piece. He could play some defense. A lot of his pluses are leadership. He's a really good leader. I was reading his NBADraft.net profile, and everyone was saying he's a good leader, as well as he's NBA ready, which I didn't think, but I've seen a lot of people say he's NBA ready. Like, he had a 9, I think, on the NBA ready scale. I think he's closer to a 7. But I honestly think, I honestly think that Luka is the comparison.
Okay, I like that. So, I'm gonna follow the trend of going to a big player. I'm gonna go Evan Mobley. Okay, this is probably my second favorite my favorite big man prospect I've ever seen, probably. This kid is just like, he's going to be the best player to use or pick up in any 2K thing for anybody who wants to play my league or anything.
This guy's going to have like a
93 speed at 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. And I'm going to just say it, he won Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year last year, averaging 3 blocks. I'm just going to go out and say it. My comparison is Kevin Garnett. Now, KD,
I agree.
KD didn't go through the college program. He went through high school. So stats are mental. It's like 25, 18, 7, like 15 blocks or some stupid stuff like that. Playing against like 5'11" kids like us.
Exactly. Except I'm a demon.
5'11" chubby kids, but
I'm a demon.
Yeah, I just think Kevin Garnett is like even if he doesn't hit, he's gonna be what Kevin Garnett was on the Celtics, where he's just gonna be a really good defensive player. Kevin Garnett kind of he was a great mid-range shooter, great mid-range shooter. For the time he played. I think he is gonna have a great jump shot when he comes to the NBA. It's gonna take him a year or two to get down to the NBA format. I think his rookie season he could be averaging like 10 and 7, and maybe like 2 blocks or like an assist or like 1 to 4 assists. But I think this guy is going to be the best prospect when this draft is going to be redrafted in a couple years down the line.
I agree with you, actually, with that. My next prospect is now I didn't know about this prospect before maybe a week and a half ago. I saw this guy's highlights. I sent the thing to Chris. I sent the post to Chris. I'm like, yo, this guy's actually disgusting. Like, he's actually disgusting.
Okay,
it's oozeman Garuba. Let me emphasize.
Sorry to anybody in Real Madrid that's watching and we.
How to say his name? I'm sorry. It's oozeman. We're just gonna call him oozeman G. You know. But he reminds me a lot. Now, I'm gonna say a lot, like Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
He's a 6'8" center who's very mobile. He did like 5.5 and 5.5, like 5 points and 5 rebounds, and 1 block a game. He's not a very good defender though. He could be a stretch big. He shot 30% from the field last night with Real Madrid. But I think he's like I feel like he could either be like a Thomas Bryant guy or a Siakam. I'm leaning more towards Siakam because of how mobile he is. But I see a lot of Siakam in it. They look identical too.
Okay. I actually the facial structures like the
hair,
facial
the hair, bro. It's like a new school fade on.
Yeah. So I would say for you, man, like I like him a lot. I think he's gonna be more of a forward than like Pascal was. I think he's a Pascal Siakam that we saw when he was like he had, I think for a run last year, he was having a point where he was shooting lights out from 3. I think if this works with NBA trainers and shooting coaches and stuff, he could become an elite 3-point shooter. The team, I'm just gonna say it. I want to do this right now. The best team I think for him, it would put 0 pressure on him because they're a complete dumpster fire. Not the Timberwolves or the Rockets. Him and Christian Wood moved Jashante to the 3 at 6'4". I mean, he probably should be playing shooting guard.
I know.
But yeah, I think he's a very good prospect.
I feel like if he busts like the first year, bro. I think if he doesn't do well, he's out of the league. Like, I feel like he's got the lowest floor out of everyone here.
I mean, yeah, looking at the rest of my list, yeah.
Who's your next guy?
Okay, so I'm gonna save my favorite guard prospect for the end. I'm gonna go to a wing prospect, Jonathan Kaminga. Now, Jonathan Kaminga reminds me a lot of Jalen Brown. Now, that may seem a bit weird because Jonathan Kaminga is a lengthy dude. Like, he has some massive.
He's like
arms.
6'8". Like, he's got like a 7-foot wingspan. Does he not? Or is it 6'11"?
It's around that. It's crazy. But think about it this way: in the G League, Kaminga was averaging. I want to say I'm gonna just estimate. I was looking at it earlier today. He was averaging like 14, 7, and 4. And that you look at that, you're like, how is this kid maybe not even gonna go in the top 5, like around the 6 range? This kid could be the #1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was shooting 37% from the field, 23 from 3. Sure, he was in the G League playing against grown men, which I like. I'm gonna like a lot of those.
I like those G League guys.
Girl league guys, because they're playing against men.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. But Jalen Brown in college, he averaged 14 on 43% from the field, around 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Jalen Brown wasn't a very good 3-point shooter. He wasn't a very good offensive player at all. He was just a high potential guy who the Celtics took a shot on. It did not look good his first year. He was averaging 5 points.
Yeah.
I think borderline 5, like 4.9. Terrible efficiency. But the one good thing was his defense. His defense was very good. He was still starting for a reason with Brad Stevens. Stevens isn't going to start you if you're a complete 0 in defense, which is why I know he wants Kemba Walker off. But it's just it's a weird one. Like I was leaning towards Kawhi Leonard because of like the arms and everything, but I'm going to go with Jalen Brown because I think worst case scenario, this guy's going to be averaging 10 and 7 with like 4 assists, maybe 33 from the 3, 46 from the line.
I've got Jalen Green, who going into college or G League Ignite, he was my favorite prospect. I honestly liked him more than Cade. But he's like 6'5", 180. He's a combo guard that can play some small forward. He's very skinny though. He's for those 2K guys out here, he's a lot like a play shot. He's a play shot.
Yeah, shot creator, play shot. Around
Yeah,
that.
I could see him. My comparison here is his ceiling would be Zach LaVine and his floor would be Malik Monk. I see the play style a lot like Malik Monk though. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
I see a lot of Malik Monk in him.
Like not the body types at all, but the play style. Yes.
The play style I see a lot like Malik Monk.
His decision making is terrible, but he can just go off. Like he'll turn on that switch and there's no stopping him.
He's one of the fastest guys in this class. I might have him around the 3 range. I probably would have
Mobley's like 2.
Mobley. I'd have Mobley there, and then I'd probably have Trey Mann at 1.
Oh, okay. I was gonna throw Ayo into the top 4.
Ayo's pretty speedy. Ayo actually is probably faster than Jalen. But yeah, Zach LaVine, as his like production, I see a lot of Malik Monk in him though. I see that Jalen Green at his ceiling could be like 25 points a game, whereas his floor could be like 12. I could see him on his floor. I could see him being an absolute microwave off the bench.
I thought you were about to bring out like one of your favorite players, minus the height, in Tracy McGrady. I thought that was going to be your comparison.
You know what?
Because if you think about it, like look at them, bro. Like the play style is there. They both came in really young. They're both lazy on defense. That's where you got the nickname Tracy McLeod.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe like minus the height.
Actually, my next guy is BJ Boston. He's 6'7", 185. He was one of my favorite prospects going into the draft. He's probably have one of the steepest declines I've ever seen in my life. This guy's potential, though, BJ Boston, 6'7", 185, shooting guard / small forward, but he's a little skinny to play small forward. He reminds me a lot, not because they like look alike or they're both light skinned, but I got him as Brandon Ingram. The play style's like Brandon Ingram, but I can see him like, if he busts, I can see him becoming like a Cavs J.R. Smith.
We gotta find a new word because this is just has pause all over it.
Okay, but his transition game's fantastic. Like I've seen him have some like, you know those type of steals when you're moving forward and the defense is moving forward and you're moving forward when you like swipe it away. He's fantastic at those, bro. I've seen him at least do like 7 of those. But
bro, I think you hit it because. Like I think you hit it on the nose or whatever the saying is, with not Cavs JR, but like Nuggets JR, where he was just explosive as hell.
But I don't see. I could see the play style like that. I could see the play style like that actually. Yeah, I see the play style like. I'd probably say Knicks J.R. Smith with the baseline. The baseline little scoops. Bro, I can't believe John Wall won slam dunk contest doing that. Oh my god. So who's your last guy? Who's your last guy?
Can you guess? It's my favorite guard.
It's Ayo Dosunmu. I don't know how to say his name.
Ayo Dosunmu.
It's Ayo.
Yeah, Ayo Dosunmu. So originally I was like, I was locked in. I was like, okay, this is Drew Holiday. Mm-hmm. But then I looked at more like guards and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this guy's Chris Paul. Like, this guy is Chris Paul. Okay, he's a good playmaker, a great defender, a good scorer. He's a little bit more explosive than, or like young Chris Paul was pretty explosive. I think we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually agree.
People like Ayo can, but like he was breaking people's ankles like he still is to this day. But the best thing about Ayo is his leadership. I think he is going to be one of the most NBA-ready guys. He could step into a team that needs a point guard. And, like, the perfect case scenario is, I know they have 3 good shooting or good players that should be playing shooting guard in the Timberwolves, having D'Lo, Malik, and then Anthony Edwards. Mm-hmm. But I think D'Lo or Malik Monk is going to be out of there.
Malik Beasley.
Slide Ayo to the 1. Bro, like, that's already upgrades your team because you guys have no defense. Defense. He's already older than, like, half the guys on that roster. Like, he's 22, 23 now. He's going to be the NBA, and he's going to be ready to make an impact, and he's going to surprise a lot of people because of his age, he'll probably, unless a team falls in love with him in the draft, he'll be falling
20.
to like 20 to late 30.
Bro,
Like, he's the second round.
Ayo has been in the like top 30 for like a few years now.
Ever since he stepped foot in college, he's been even in high school he was ranked really high.
He was just trying to get that degree or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see any other reason why he should have stayed because he could have went like I think top 15 honestly like a few years ago.
Oh yeah, like maybe last year, his second year, he definitely could have gone a lot higher. But
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a guy like maybe how Peyton Pritchard was when he came in, and a lot of people were like, especially me, I was like, who the hell is this fast PP? Like, who is that? Down, Rolly.
Bust down, Tatiana. I want to see you bust down.
That was the
Pick
best
it up.
song.
I'm gonna speed it up and I roll it down on the yacht.
Anyway,
over.
guys,
Blue face baby.
someone better
Yeah,
offer me-
I want to see
Okay.
you bust down.
Okay, are we done?
Yes, we're done.
Adiola, whatever that song is.
Adiola, roll the geese. It's me, the lifestyle sweetheart. Actually, I don't give a hoot. I'm a rapper now.
Okay,
Might as well
anyway,
live in
guys,
it.
that's gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A future NBA video we're gonna have coming out is gonna be the same thing we did for MLB, the team building thing, but we're gonna be doing it on 2K. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and peace out.
Bow.